So why did we sell the boat? What are we going to get? And why did we sell the boat now? All that coming up and more in this video. So just in case you missed it, we sold the boat. We sold our 330 Sundancer. I had to qualify that because we sold many boats over the years. But we sold the last Boogaboo, our now previous boat, our beautiful 98 330 Sundancer, which I've taken you all over the place on that boat. So it is now no longer a Boogaboo. It is out of our possession, and it left our possession just this past weekend in real time. This is Thursday. The boat was listed 3 weeks ago, I think, on a Sunday. That week of, on the Thursday, by that week, I had a ton of inquiries, and a really nice couple was good enough to come up. We came to an agreement, and they bought the boat, and we also sold the dinghy. Again, I'm going to leave a link in the description of my last video talking a little bit more about this. So, bottom line, that boat is sold, and we are now actively looking for the next Boogaboo. So since selling the boat and letting the entire world know that the boat is sold, I've gotten so many comments from you guys on YouTube, as well as on Facebook and even on my Instagram account. Things from blown away, I'm shocked, I can't believe it, I'm so surprised, but this is the reality. So that boat is now sold, and we're moving on. So why did we sell the boat? Why did we sell the boat now? Okay. I blame that on the weather. Rain, which we've had tons of all summer long. Any of you who live in the northeast of the United States, or even, Ontario, that region, Ontario, Pennsylvania, Ohio, New York, Wisconsin, and on and on and on, because I know a lot of you guys commented from the States saying that you've had the same conditions as us. Lots and lots of rain this summer. So before we even started our holidays, we were doing a few weekend getaways, and if it was raining, what do? You're stuck on the boat, especially if you're way at a lock or something, or even in the marina for that matter. So what do? You're stuck inside the boat, you get the phone, and you start Googling boats for sale, which is what we did a lot of. During our holidays, we came to the conclusion that now was probably the best time for us to move forward with our plans, and that our plans are going to also include not so much a Georgian Bay cruising, but more of waterway cruising. And I know I've mentioned this to you in the past. So we are hoping starting next summer to get back to, those longer 4, 5, maybe 6 week cruises. And so what we need we don't need, but we want a few more creature comforts in the next boat, and that's why we decided we're going to move forward with that now rather than later. So what is it that we're looking forward to in the next boat? A few things, one of which is a separate stand-up shower stall. Yes, I made our funky custom shower curtain enclosure in the last boat, the 330, and it worked well, but not enough elbow room. Again, it was doable, it was workable, but we just want a little bit more comfort, especially if we're going to be on the boat extended cruising for weeks at a time. So something with a stand-up separate shower stall, little bit more headroom for my square head, and also that we don't have to step out of the shower and right into the salon and onto the carpet of the main living space of the boat. So that's going to be more convenient, so we're really looking forward to that. That was probably top priority on the list. Now another thing which was not super critical, but something that we would like again. Now remember, let's back up a little bit. Before we had the 330 Sundancer, for those of you who have been following the channel for any number of years, you will have known that we had, prior to that, a big, beautiful Sea Ray 400 sedan bridge. And that boat was fully loaded, included 2 full washrooms with separate shower stalls, as well as a formal VIP V-berth at the front with a door that one could actually close. So getting back to that, the next boat we hope will have the same thing, that we can close it off with a door. Because remember, we have 2.9 grandchildren right now. Our daughter is due in less than a month. Yeah, with our first grandson. So next summer and subsequent years, we're going to have the little kids with us on the boat too. So it'd be just nice to have a little bit of something that we can close the door, especially with our little tiny Corona, because he's not really keen on the little kids. So it'd be nice to be able to put him in there, close the door, and he would be more happy with that. So that is, again, like I say, not a huge priority, but it's something that's going to be welcome. And I'm sure that any boat that we buy that is big enough to have a separate shower stall in the head will have a closable door in the V-berth. Two more things that are more my personal preference, or something that was big on my want list. I've showed it to you in the past as well. The 330 Sundancer is beautiful and as stylish and as well laid out as that boat was. The only drawback for me personally was the low radar arch. I am 6'2", would have been 6'3", but I skipped a year. But when I'm at the helm, I'm either sitting right at the helm seat. I can't stand there like straight up. I couldn't have. I keep talking about that boat in the present tense, and it's gone. But getting back to that, I couldn't stand up at the helm because the radar arch was too low. And so what I would do a lot of times, I would sit, if you see my videos of me, coming into a lock or a dock or something, I would sit with my 1 foot up and back and behind, or I would sit up on the back of the helm seat so I had a clear view over the windshield. But then I was always sitting like this. And honestly, man, oh man, during our summer cruise 2021, I felt that every day after driving for 4 or 5 hours, and we had a couple like 8-9 hour long days, my neck and back was absolutely wrenched. And we're both getting older, Anchor Girl and I, and so the aches and pains don't dissipate as quickly as they did in the past. So a higher radar arch, more clearance for my square head. I didn't say it. More clearance for my square head will be very welcome. Now, finally on that list is going to be, again, it'll be a bigger boat, so it will have a wider beam, which means I will be able to get down into the engine room without having to lie on top of the engines or squat on top of the engines or sit or whatever to work on the engine beside it, as we had in the 330. That boat had an 11-foot 5-inch beam with twin big blocks. You see my videos. It was very tight and it was very cramped. So I am really, really looking forward to having an engine room, not unlike what we had on the 400 sedan bridge, where I can actually get between the engines, stand there like a gentleman, observe my kingdom from above, and be able to get at all the components without having to reach and whoopsies, okay, without having to reach and just, again, get all contorted again. So I'm really, really looking forward to that as well. And that, I think, wraps up the 4 biggies on the list. Okay, here is a 30-second summer memory. It's a hot summer day. We are locking up through lock 10 of the Trent Severn Waterway upbound on another hot day. Hot and humid. Sun's trying to come out. It's not quite sunny yet, but it's still a warm one. It's still summertime. It's July and we're loving it. I am. I love this. Thank you, summertime. Finally, I'm going to wrap this up by saying, when is that happening? It's occurring right now. In real time, we are actively looking for that next boat. As I believe I just mentioned, we're only in August. Well, we're right at the end of August, maybe a weekend away from the Labor Day long weekend. So we're hopeful that we can find a boat. Let me back that up as well. We are hopeful that the next boat will find us before the end of the season. We still have our boat slip at the marina where the old Boogaboo was, and are anticipating putting the next boat into that same slip. And given the fact that we're still 6-8-ish weeks before they start haul out at the marina, there is a reasonable chance that we will have a boat before the end of the season. If that doesn't happen, we're not going to cry, because we're going to look for the boat which is going to be a good long-term boat for us and something that we're going to be happy with. So we are going to try to have that boat find us, the right boat find us. Does that make sense? So finally, what is that next boat gonna be? Please, 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 don't make a comment telling me or us the next boat's gonna be I have replied to so many comments to so many people, half anyways, when people go, oh, Paul, you gotta get that boat, it's gotta be I know you're gonna get So yeah, no, what I'm telling people, and I'm telling you right now too, I really, really think the next boat's going to be an aluminum pontoon houseboat. Yeah, you know those ones that we make fun of on the Trent Severn Waterway, those rental boats? Because you could pick one up, like a used one, little bit, smashed into a few lock walls and docks over the years, but you can get them pretty reasonable. And most of them come with only 4-cylinder engines, so they'll be super economical, because I'm all about saving money on the boat. So sorry for the spoiler alert, but that's where I might be leaning towards that. So again, please try to reel it in, refrain from trying to tell me what kind of boat we are going to get or should be looking at. We are looking at different options right now. That's all I'm going to say. We know what we want. I just explained to you, I outlined to you the elements of design that we are after in a boat. Will definitely be an express cruiser, and it will be gas powered. No diesel, no flybridge, no trawlers. So it'll be an express style cruiser, gas powered. There are more than one candidates available right now online, and we are seriously looking at any and all of the candidates. And I'm gonna leave it at that. So use your wild imagination, comment if you want, speculate all you want, but it's counterproductive. So I hope you don't. I would look forward to your well wishes. That'll be great, but please don't try to tell us what kind of boat we're gonna get. We've been doing this a long time. We've had 5 Boogaboos up to now, plus a couple other boats be ahead of that. So we know what we're after. So that's it. I just wanted to, this was only going to be a quick video, but of course I talk too much, and here we are. So that's where the thing stands now. This is in very real time when I'm telling you this, and please, again, don't be that guy that is blown away. I had no idea that you sold the boat. Well, yeah, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you would have seen that I actually shared the listings for not only the big boat, but for the dinghy. Yeah, because some people didn't even know that the dinghy was for sale. So I gotta go. I got a big tractor coming up behind me. So I am moving. I'm getting out of the way. And yeah, so that's it. Please follow along on Facebook and or Instagram if you can. And you'll get even more real close in real-time updates. So until then, I will look forward to hearing from you, and we will see you on the next one, my friends. We're actively looking, so look out for that. See ya. Bye.